We live, we back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. We are the leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content, but you know what I always tell you, man. No matter your style of play, if you're playing NBA DFS at all, this is the spot you want to be in. Go on and hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on so you know when the videos and content drop, alright? Go on and do that right now. Trust me, you won't be sorry. Also, while you clicking buttons, go on and hit that like button for your boy, man. It's greatly appreciated. It goes a long way to helping the channel grow, alright? Thank you for tuning in, man. Let's get into it. You know I don't like to hold you long. We gonna run through the pack today, alright? But before we get into it, man, we got my lineup review, going over my best lineup from yesterday's slate. Let's see it. Let's get into it. Got it pulled up for you. And then we'll jump right into your big three for the day. Yesterday, man. Look at the agony on my face. I just missed my value. I just missed my value yesterday. Just missed on the value plays. Nailed everything else, man. This is actually my highest scoring lineup right here. This is in the 20 max. Came in 242nd place. I was all over the place. Like I said, my value just killed me yesterday. At the top, Russell Westbrook let me down. 7% on. We got exactly what we wanted. I told you on yesterday's video, Kawhi could get ruled out. Then we can get to those Clippers guys heavy. That's what I did. Thought Westbrook would be heavier in the rotation. He actually only played like 22 minutes here in this spot. 14 fantasy points for him really hurt. But my boy Paul George came through. Y'all must have fell asleep at the wheel when y'all got that Kawhi news. I appreciate y'all letting me get in PG at 9%. I was heavy. I had like 60% PG yesterday once we got that news, man. 9% on, 64 fantasy points. Big night from him, but it was a lot of big nights last night. But Paul George, great one. He was one of your better point per dollar plays because he was the cheaper of the gang of everybody that went off yesterday. But Paul George, one of the best plays on the slate yesterday. Had plenty of them. Chris Middleton, solid, man. He should have had a much bigger game. Missed some rotation minutes there, rolling his ankle. He's so banged up. He could have played a few more minutes here in this game and gave you a bigger performance, but the tweaking of his ankle, him, messing with his rotation a little bit, Middleton should have had a much bigger game, but still was very solid for us, 47 fantasy points. OG Anunoby had a solid one here at 23% on, gave you 40 fantasy points. Miles Turner just continues to cook, man. He is having his way out here with the Bucks. 42% on, gave you 55 fantasy points. Nice game from Miles Turner at 6,800. Nimhard continues to play well in this series. 4,400 from him. He gave you 34 fantasy points in this spot at 37% on. And then KD, man, I wanted to get to some of those Suns. I just wanted to get to the big three. I told the gang yesterday I was okay with Durant, Beal, or Booker. Should have got to more Booker, but I went to the Durant side, man. Just because I know he had less. He didn't have as tough as a. Can't talk this morning. He didn't have as tough as a defensive matchup as Booker, man. So I leaned Durant a little more, but Booker just cooked, man. 70 fantasy points from him in this spot. It was just this game was good, man. Anthony Edwards went off, Booker went off, Durant went off. It was just a battle. Durant 60 fantasy points at 10% on, and then Patrick Beverly, man, 32% on, 19 fantasy points from him, man. Expecting him to have knew he was gonna have a bigger role with no Dame Lillard over there. And just didn't quite get it done here, 32% on, man. As you can see, you're going to see when we get to the FanDuel side. It was just my value. I could not get my value right yesterday. Everything else I nailed. All right? On the FanDuel side, man, 1 point shy of the money. As you can see here, this is a $25 single entry right there. Cash line, 286. We got 285.9. Just missed the money, and this is my boy Westbrook killing me again. Him and Pat Beverly at the top. 60% on for Pat Beverly, man. 19% on. Russell Westbrook here, 11% on. 14 fantasy points. Just killed me yesterday. Nikhil Alexander-Walker got him at 10%. He gave you 20 fantasy points. But Paul George, once again, a little higher owned over here on FanDuel. 33% on, but big night from him. Got to Amir Coffey as a little value piece over here. 12% on, 12 fantasy points. Chris Middleton, once again. Pascal Siakam at 18% gave you 43 fantasy points. And then Niles Reed down here and Miles Turner to finish up the lineup. Miles Turner with a big night over here on FanDuel at 15% on. So just missed the money on FanDuel. But all good, man. We right back at it today. We won't go over FanDuel because they're going to be the exact same 3 plays today. It's one of those rare instances where this lines up for you and giving us a 3-game slate and we don't got that many plays. You're going to have to start in 3 across both sides. And at the top, the first guy we're going to go with, I'm going to go right back to the well with CJ McCollum, man. Elimination game for the Pelicans. They're probably going home today. It's probably going to be a clean sweep. But I do expect them to come out there and fight today, man. And if CJ McCollum can find his shot, the shot attempts are there, man. We just going to need him to shoot a little better. Just have not shot well in this matchup. I don't know if that's just him or the Thunder defensive scheme is bothering him that much. But he just has not shot the ball well. I expect that to get corrected. I think he has the easier of the defensive matchups. As compared to Brandon Ingram, who got to battle Lou Dort and things of that nature. So I think CJ McCollum, not that it's an easy defensive matchup. The Thunder play good defense. They're a solid defensive team, but his matchup's a little easier than Brandon Ingram. So hopefully he can find the bottom of the basket today and that shot can fall for him. But I know they're going to be out there fighting. They don't want to get swept, especially not on the home court. So give me CJ McCollum going right back to the well. Let's get it done, CJ. The next 2 plays are going to be 2 value plays that are probably going to be pretty popular, but it's a 3-gamer. Rotation's not going to change much. I don't know how you get away from them. My first guy, we took advantage of him last time. People would sleep at the wheel, help us cash great there. Larry Nance Jr., 4,600. Listen, last game out, man, we had 60% Larry Nance when the field had him at 5%. It's going to be the other way around today. I can guarantee you that. Everybody's going to run the Nance, man. It's going to be chalky, but you saw him get 29 minutes last game. They need him out there for a better defense as opposed to J-Val. Even though it didn't help much, they still got crushed last time. They just like that Nance is a better defender in the pick and roll than J-Val. He don't get picked on as much. So Nance should be out there once again. Should see plenty of minutes. Might not see 29, 30 like he did last game, but definitely think you can pencil him in for 20 to 25 minutes here in this spot. I like going to Larry Nance at 4,600. If he gets close to 30, he's live for a double-double. You know what he do. Peripheral. Not a lot of scoring. It's going to be putbacks and dunks, but mainly rebounding and defense is what you're going to give you your upside for Nance here. And then the second play, man, I will go right back to my guy. He continues to play well. Nikola Jovic for the Miami Heat. 4,800. The price is not moving that much. He is just playing well this series. Even though the Heat are, getting lost. They 2-1. Even though they get handled the last game, he still performed very well, man. Nikola Jovic, that they like him out there. All the talk has been he's improving. He's improving every game. I like going right back to Nikola Jovic here. Like I said, he's been playing well. He's probably going to garner some ownership, but hopefully it stays down on him. But Jovic and Nance, man, my top 2 value plays right now. We waiting on a big piece of news with Jamal Murray. He could possibly miss, and that's going to shake up some things there. That is big news, big news. If Jamal Murray misses, the Nuggets probably lose this game tonight, and then we could be in for a series shakeup here. But we'll have to see. I doubt he misses. He's probably going to try to push through and play, and Denver might wrap this one up tonight. But there you have it, man. Your 3 plays on DraftKings and FanDuel right now. CJ McCollum, Nikola Jovic, Larry Nance Jr. Y'all know any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below in the comment section or hit me up on Twitter. I'll respond as soon as I see it, alright? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, alright? Let's get it.